Yo, what is going on? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video. And in this video, we'll be doing the GOAT tier list. Now, I'm going to assume that that's probably the last bit of content that we got in 2K20 when we got the new GOAT packs, and that this is all we're going to get. So, hopefully, these only are the 22 GOATs that we have in the game, although that is quite a bit of cards. So, we're going to go through and rank these guys. If you guys are excited, make sure you guys go down below and smash that like button, as well as comment down below. You know, which GOAT card is your favorite? Which one did you pick up and have some fun with? For me, I just snagged the new KD, and he's an absolute demon. Love, love, love that card. But without further ado, we gotta go ahead and rank all of these GOAT cards. Starting off with the PG Giannis. I feel like this one is kind of a no-brainer. This PG Giannis is very easily, you know, going up into the S tier. It's really not too hard to rank this PG Giannis card. He's just too overpowered, too absolutely insane, that you gotta throw him up there. And next up is the other GOAT Giannis that we have. It's kind of crazy that they gave us two of them, and honestly, there's really not too big of a difference between these two Giannis cards, other than maybe, I think, +5 and a few tendencies on this Giannis, and I think that's really about it, other than the PG position. So, in saying that, I am going to throw this Giannis up in the S tier as well. I do think both of the Giannis cards are definitely like S tier, top tier cards in the game, period. Either of them you can use and go absolutely killer with, so absolutely love those cards. And next up is Galaxy Opal GOAT Dirk Novitskiy. This Dirk Novitskiy is a tough card for me to rank because I feel like there's a way in which you can use this Dirk at center, which I feel like you could probably have him C to B tier, but at power forward, I feel like you can probably throw him down into even D tier, and it makes him a pretty tough card for me to rank, but I think that I'm going to throw him into C. Because I am going to just say this ahead of time, I think John Stockton is probably going to get his ass down into D tier because he's the worst, and I don't think that Dirk is absolutely unusable, so I don't think that he's kind of worth it down there. John Stockton is just 6'1". While he does play some amazing defense, that's a little tough, and I think he will go down there. But next up, Bill Russell. For me, this one's pretty solidly into the B tier. And Bill Russell honestly surprised me. I did a gameplay with him if you guys want to check that out. And that Bill Russell card actually kind of went crazy in that gameplay. I absolutely love him. I think he is an absolute beast. And low-key, he's one that people should pick up. I think I have him as my starting power forward. He's just a really nice jump shot. It's super smooth, super clean, but it is slightly slow. And Bill Russell is just one of the best defenders that I've used in the game, and it really just helps him out in everything. So that's where he's going to land. Next up, we have Wilt Chamberlain, who I'm going to throw into the C tier along with Dirk. And my philosophy for this one is Wilt Chamberlain has a really awful release and not the greatest of dribbling animations, which hurts him. I feel like Dirk has just the slow jump shot, which does hurt him, but can be absolutely amazing if you use him correctly. And same with Wilt Chamberlain. If you can get him over the jump shot, he can play amazing, but they have some big negatives that you have to sort through before the card becomes absolutely insane. Next up, Galaxy Opal GOAT Vince Carter, who I'm going to throw into B tier. I feel like this Vince Carter, really his only negative is the fact that he is 6'6". Other than that, this Vince Carter is absolutely insane. Crazy, crazy slasher that can do almost everything that you possibly could ask of him. Is just a beautiful card overall. Just only 6'6" to 2 is a little bit tough. Next up is this Galaxy Opal T Mac. Is a card that I think it's pretty difficult for me to rank this T Mac, but I am going to throw him into the S tier. It's like one of those questions, do you think that this Tracy McGrady is as overpowered as the Giannis cards? And I do think so. I think I'm going to throw him into the S. He's just a really, really solid card. And next up is Galaxy Opal GOAT Tim Tonkin. It's another difficult one for me, you know, 6'11", and he has a pretty awful jump shot if we're being honest. Like, if we go ahead and look at it, Timmy D's got a pretty bad jump shot, but they did nice him by giving him the Pro 2 size up and Pro 2 moving cross, which honestly are pretty nice, so he can tween. They gave him long athlete layup package, some really nice things, and even though his jump shot is slow, I still think it's pretty money off catch, and he'll provide you a lot of defense if you need it. So, Tim Duncan, he's going to go into B. Next up, Steph Curry. I'm going to throw into C tier for the reason that, again, John Stockton I feel like is going to be in our D tier, and I do feel like Steph Curry is a slight step up above John Stockton, so we're going to throw him there. Next up, Galaxy Opal Shaquille O'Neal is going to go into the A tier. With Shaquille O'Neal, he is absolutely amazing, absolutely insane card, but again, has a big hindrance in his jump shot not being that great. Pretty easy to time, just like a Tim Duncan, but in saying that, I don't think that Shaquille O'Neal is on the same level of absolute cheese as Giannis and Tracy McGrady's cards are. Just my personal opinion. And same with this Oscar Robertson, who I'm going to throw into the A tier as well. I think this Oscar Robertson is an absolutely insane card. He's just slightly away from being otherworldly, you know, next level cheese, but is absolutely insane because he's 6'5" at the PG with all 99 stats. Obviously, is just a beast of a card, and I love his jump shot. I think it's really nice and really solid. Next up is Galaxy Opal Yao Ming. This is a difficult one for me to rank because on one hand, Yao Ming, if you want to use him as a cheese ball, is absolutely insane S tier. If you want to go into the post every single time and post hook with this Yao Ming, you're probably going to score, and he's going to be feeling like an S tier card. But if you want to take the route of, you know, doing some dribble moves, things like that, this Yao is probably down to B tier. He's one of these things where all of these GOAT centers, they kind of are a toss-up for me between what they want and or where they are at certain points in time. And if you ask me tomorrow, I could probably change where I'm going to put Yao. But he definitely feel like the best center in the entire game if you use him correctly. So I'm going to throw him into S tier. Might be a bit of one. It may be one that I changed, but I'm going to throw him into S tier. It's a typical one for me, but we're going to throw him there. Next up, Galaxy Opal Michael Jordan. I'm going to throw into the B tier. Michael Jordan is absolutely awesome, but the thing is, his jump shot's really slow. Just not a personal fan of it. And other than that, that's really the only gripe that I have. It's just not one that I would use if I'm being honest. Go 12-0, pick up the Oscar Robertson, or go ahead and pick up this Magic Johnson, who is a lot cheaper for just the same amount of utility that you get. Magic Johnson, I'm having a step below the PG Giannis and Tracy McGrady, just because Magic Johnson, to me personally, has always fell a little short. His dribbling animations are absolutely insane, but his jump shot, to me, really just is not very good. It's never been one that I've really been able to get used to or hit with consistently, so he's a guy that I tend to avoid. So for some people, maybe throw him up into S tier. I just don't think he's on the same level of PG as Giannis is, or even if we wanted to run him at the 2, same shooting guard level as Tracy McGrady is. And same thing, it goes with LeBron and James. I'm going to put this LeBron at the A tier because, again, at PG, I don't think he is better than this Giannis by any stretch of the means. But also in saying that, I do think I'm going to move Oscar down here because I think Oscar is great, but I don't think he's on the same path as Magic Johnson and this LeBron at PG. So we're going to move him down just a little bit. And this LeBron is also going to go into the A tier as well. The problem with LeBron cards are his jump shot, although really nice and pretty easy to time, can't really hit from the corners consistently. So sometimes you can get a little bit hoed with that, especially with the normal small forward, power forward LeBron James. Sometimes it can really hurt you if you're not paying attention to it correctly. So yeah, just beware of that. But both these LeBron James cards are absolutely insane. They gave him the long athlete layup package to fix the bad things about him, and still is a pretty great card. Next up, the Galaxy Opal Larry Bird. For this one, for me, is somewhere between the A to B tier, but people today still are using this Galaxy Opal Larry Bird and absolutely killing it with him. He's a great card overall. Pick him up, try him out, but it does take a good bit of grinding, so, you know, maybe at this point of the year, not being worth it. Same thing with this Galaxy Opal Kobe, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, has a good Kobe Bryant jump shot, one that I think people talk about being bad a little bit too much, and just has some decent animations overall, and we're talking about some other aspects of them, but the tendencies on Kobe really just aren't too great. And I'm thinking about it this way: would I rather have this Michael Jordan? Most likely. Would I rather have this Oscar Robertson? For sure. Would I rather have Vince Carter? Probably. I think I'm going to throw this Kobe Bryant down into C tier. I don't think he's bad enough to throw down into D, but I don't know if this Kobe Bryant is really one that I would put on the same level at B tier. Next up, we have Galaxy Opal Kevin Durant. It was a card that I wasn't sure if he was going to be better than the Tracy McGrady card that we got, but then I picked him up, and if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, if you use this KD with the jump shot meter on, he's really not going to feel like that great of a card. The second I turned the jump shot meter off on this Kevin Durant card, I greened every single shot. I was not missing. His animations are seriously insane. The tendencies go crazy. And if I'm being honest, I do think that this Kevin Durant, in certain situations, is slightly better than this Galaxy Opal GOAT Tracy McGrady. So we're going to put Kevin Durant up into the S tier. And we got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I feel like I also have to throw him into S tier. I think in my centers list, I had Kareem at 1, Yao at 2. So I feel like I kind of just have to put them both into S tier. You know what I mean? But I do think I still like Yao where he's placed. John Stockton, we talked about this, getting his ass down into a D tier. John Stockton could be great, but for me, at this point in the year, with how crazy people are running the super tall PG lineups, John Stockton really just does not have a place in our game. Somebody like Steph Curry, you can get away with it. And for people that don't really care about following the super hype meta and want to pick up John Stockton because he's short and super cheap, I picked him up myself and gave him a shot, and he's honestly a really, really solid PG. So, in saying that, being the worst of the GOAT cards isn't really a negative in my eyes, because you're the worst of the all 99 insane juiced up cards. I really don't think it's too bad of a deal. And if you like more traditional PGs that are shorter, go ahead, pick up Stockton, and you'll probably kill it. So next up is Hakeem Elijah, actually the last card that we have on our entire list. And if I'm being honest, I do think that this Hakeem Elijah is probably somewhere between the B and C tiers. He's a little misplaced for me because I feel like we could probably have him in the same realm as Bill Russell and Tim Duncan. Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think Hakeem Olajuwon is as bad as Dirk or Wilt, because the only thing that's really holding him back is his jump shot, and his animations are okay, just like Bill Russell. And I think because of that, I can throw him into B tier. I definitely don't think he's on the level of these guys whatsoever. And if I'm looking at it here, I think I like what we have. We have a little bit of uneven distribution here. There's a little bit more in S tier than in A tier, and I probably could drop maybe one down. Maybe Yao could go down to A, but I still feel like these two guys are the best centers in the game, and you kind of have to play them up there. So you know what? We're gonna leave it there, a little bit uneven. This one is not ranked left to right. These are just all up into the tiers. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Where would you rank certain guys? We have a bunch of GOAT cards now, and they're absolutely insane. If I had to recommend some ones that you guys pick up now that aren't too bad of price, Dirk Novitskiy, absolutely insane. I feel like as a center power forward, he actually pretty decent. Using him off the bench, I think that's where I might use mine that I picked up. Bill Russell, beautiful, beautiful card. Insane defensive monster. Run at the power forward, run him at the center, run at the power forward. Absolutely love him. I definitely pick up this Bill over this Tim Duncan. Magic Johnson is below 200K now. Absolute steal of a price, as well as this Kevin Durant. If you're on a bit of a higher budget, go ahead, pick him up. I feel like he is a beautiful pickup. And if you need a center, grab this Hakeem Elijah. Absolutely insane pickups. Those are who I'd snag if I were you guys. Make sure you guys like the video, guys did enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 7K before 2K21. So if you guys are new, please smash that subscribe button. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.